Sound man Al, we get the sound man in Western New York. He always says we have Mighty Taco in town. It's a taco place. He says if you want to, if you need to go, you get Mighty Taco. If you need to stop if you need to stop the mud flood, you get McDonald's. He always said McDonald's is stop, Mighty Tacos go. But I digress. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back. It's Pacemaker Jay, the cardiac kid, the pacemaking Polak. Glad you're back. This is a cautionary tale here. I got a good one for you today. It's going to be story time of a friend of mine. This has to do with fast food addiction. It's actually fast food addiction. And it's odd because it's not your normal, typical setup. I'll explain here. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've been doing your workout. I've been doing great with mine. We'll talk more about that in another video. But today, this story scared the shit out of me. This was actually a few weeks ago. So my best friend, he came across an old friend we used to work with, and I'll name him Adam because it's completely it's nothing like his real name. So Adam, I worked with Adam. I would say maybe 15 years ago. I was at a music store, uh, not Guitar Center, but it was a competing store locally here in Western New York, and I think a much better store, much more personal, better inventory, more knowledgeable, all that stuff. But I digress. And I worked with Adam for a while. We had so much fun. In fact, I know Adam's cousin. I was in a band with for like 15 years. He's another one of my closest friends. In fact, he was in my original band called Sweatin' Like Nixon. Yes, there's still CDs in my garage. If you want them, you can have one. I'll mail you one. Uh, Actually, comment. You want a free gift? I'll mail you a Sweatin' Like Nixon CD. So we go way back. I would say he's probably, if I'm 46, he's probably like 36. And now years have gone by, and I know he's doing well. He's a great musician. He got married. Not sure if he has kids yet, but I know he married a beautiful. He's got a beautiful wife. All this stuff going on. So business as usual. He's doing well otherwise. But I never knew this about him, and not that I'm judging. This just shows you how deep the fast food addiction can go. Okay. So he's married. Everything's good. And it was a bit of a funny story. It was presented to me, and it is funny. And I hope he learned his lesson. I hope he's eating healthier. But what apparently happened is, like many married couples, they're very systematic apparently with their finances. So, which is good. They got some goals. They're trying to make sure they don't waste money on stupid things, like like fast food or like all these unnecessary purchases. They want to keep a handle on it, especially nowadays. Very understandable why you would do such a thing. So they're tight with their finances, and he's been apparently, I didn't know this about him. He's a fast food addict from way back, and now all of us love some fast food at some point. I mean, even myself. I haven't had McDonald's in years. I don't plan on ever having it again. But does the thought not cross my mind of chocolate shake? And yeah, and I might actually have it one day. We'll see. However, it's not the point of the story. The point is he's a thin man. I've known him. Is he in great shape? I don't know. But as I've always known him, he would maybe be like skinny fat or like out of shape, but still thin with like the gut, like a dad bod type of thing. But by no means obese. By no means I ever thought of him as a food addict or anything like that. Well, apparently he's been having the itch. He's a fast food addict. Apparently and he's been having the itch. And with all the money being tight and everything being kind of looked at, apparently at some point in time he acquired a credit card of his own. So on the side, what he was doing is he bought this credit card thinking, he does other side jobs. I know he has an actual day job, but he's a musician. So maybe he figured, I could take my money, my proceeds from these gigs, and maybe I could treat myself once in a while. But then that would probably involve lying to your spouse about how much you got paid at the gig. I don't know how that all works out. I'm not calling him a liar. In fact, he's a great guy. I've always known him as a trustworthy guy. This Adam is like the salt of the earth. Anytime you hear about him, people always speak highly. I've never heard nothing bad about the guy. Not to say he couldn't be hiding something, but apparently he's just hiding a fast food addiction. So what happened was he was putting it all on his credit card, hoping to pay it off. And now the credit card's getting behind and he's not making that extra money. And apparently it got up to 300 bucks a month on fast food just from going once in a while and treating himself. And you figure 15 bucks a pop, it's only like 20 trips. Is that right? Because 10 trips would be 150. Yeah, it's like 20 trips to McDonald's at 15 bucks a pop. You figure if it's a $10, $11, you're going to supersize it, get an apple pie, get some kind of sides, get an extra McChicken. Who knows what this guy was ordering? All bad, but it really, it when I heard this story, it kind of went right through me, and I'm like, it makes sense. And this is what the whole point of this video is you don't have to be overweight or obese to be addicted to fast food. It's not just about, if we're addicted to hamburgers and cheeseburgers, you can go home and make yourself a cheeseburger. Way better cheeseburger. You can pound the meat, you can grind it, you can do all these things, season it just the way you want it. You can make a gourmet burger. But why does everyone have to have the Big Mac or the Whopper, the specific item from these specific fast food places, as seen here? And that's pretty much what they look like. There are drugs in this stuff. There are drugs that make you addicted to coming back. And many of you know this. But look a little deeper. I'm going to kind of uncover. I want to take a deeper look into exactly what's going on. Besides the drugs and the chemicals that keep you craving, that give you when you have that first bite of the Big Mac and you get that like, that's not normally. I mean, yeah, you get a good cheeseburger, a gourmet burger. I guess you have a similar experience, but I think there's something with the Big Mac and the fast food where you get a different craving is covered there. I don't know what it is. It's almost more like a relief than it is an enjoyment of the food. It seems like because I'm thinking to myself too. Like I love Chick-fil-A. Um, haven't had that in months either since I saw the 70 chemicals they pump in the friggin' shit. So I don't want nothing bad going into this thing. You guys can do what you want. I have done. If you knew the old me, I was the worst example, which is why I've made such a hard stance. Obviously, with the pacemaker in tow here, that changes things. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, you got to be healthy because you got the heart thing." It's If I didn't have my pacemaker and my heart surgery history, I don't think I would be as healthy as I am today, and that scares the hell out of me. And that's why I'm trying to wake people up and just bring awareness, just to give you. I want this place to be just like a bit of a reminder to keep you honest. I'm not saying you can never have this stuff again. I'm not saying don't ever eat fast food, but if you've been having a problem, put the brakes on. You got to, even if you can afford it, because what's going into your bloodstream and into your arteries and into your liver and your kidneys, it's the reason why you're probably having a hard time going to the bathroom in the morning. Am I right? Soundman Al, we got the soundman in Western New York. He always says, we have Mighty Taco in town. It's a taco place. He says, if you want to, if you need to go, you get Mighty Taco. If you need to stop if you need to stop the mud flood, you get McDonald's. He always said McDonald's is stop, Mighty Tacos go. But I digress. I mean, this is obviously, when we're younger, we're going to bars and we're playing out night, late at night. Sure, we get it. But when you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, even in your 30s, you got to start thinking about your long-term health. Especially if you have kids, you got to think about what's going in. It's not just the calories; it's what's going into your bloodstream. So let me finish. Let me finish my long-winded story here. So apparently, he's putting all this fast food on a credit card. He's not able to pay the bill. So now he's trying to sneak. I don't like this, but apparently he's trying to get money out of their joint account, pay for the fast food, and put it back. He's playing some kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul scenario just to get this fast food addiction. I think it lasted about 6 months until one day. You know what happened one day? One day he comes home and wifey's standing there with the credit card bill. Hey, what are all these charges? So he came clean and he told her. It sounds like everything was solved amicably and a lesson was learned. But on top of that, it goes to show the addiction of fast food, even for thin people. It's a chemical craving, as well as, I don't even think it's a food craving, because that is not food. It doesn't process like food. We've all seen the videos where they have a bag they find on grandma's on the top of her fridge. I don't know if you saw that one from like 2016. They just found this recently. They opened up the bag. There was cheeseburger and fries, and it was no mold. I mean, I don't know if it would be edible, but it didn't look like normal fries in a burger would be long, moldy, and gross. I mean, this is what 7-year-old 7-year-old burger should have more wear and tear than that. So that is not food. The point of this, and besides, it blew my mind to think that people are paying interest charges on fast food. You can eat healthy, and we all know this. Well, I preach the same things: oats, bananas, water. There's tons of stuff now. Produce, whatever's on sale, buy that. Because at this point, fast food is not cheaper. Nothing, everything's expensive. So the moral of the story is think to yourself, have some self control. It's all in the mindset, all in your mindset. And I know it's hard, but anything that's worth having, like a healthy life, beating an addiction, it's going to take every day, every day. And if you fall and fail, that's okay. Get back on the positive train, figure out why that happened, and try to not have it happen again. It's not only fat people that are addicted to McDonald's. And I was blown away, and it makes sense. And I never thought that fast food could have such an impact on somebody's financial situation or marriage. But this is 2025. This is the year we're living in. This is the madness, people. It's crazy. So I'm hoping you see me. I've had 3 heart surgeries, 3 pacemakers. You've heard this. And I'm just trying to show you I'm staying in shape. If I can do this, you can do this. And it's all we have is this one life. So live through it. You can be that healthy person. You don't have to be a professional athlete. There's things you just do. If you do 3, 4, I would say if you do 3 days a week hard and you walk in between, you could take Sunday completely off and you won't believe the changes that'll happen. And on top of that, you're going to want to do more. In the beginning, you're going to get tired. You're going to get worn out. I'm actually still sore. This is a second day of rest. Instead of 1 day of rest, I did 2 because the body's not ready. If it's still growing and resting and healing, it's not ready for more action. You can't put back in more if you didn't replenish what the body needed before the workout. So stay away from that fast food, kids. I got more stuff coming down the pike. I'm sorry about the delay. We had a couple of speed bumps here, but we're good. All right, hang in there. No fast food. Be good.